Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, May 12th. Today we will continue to see strong winds across the Great Basin, especially over the southern half of the region, where wind gusts will be as high as 40 or 45 miles per hour. We will also continue to see gusty winds in the area in the yellow over western and northern Nevada into southern Idaho. However, we will see some cooler temperatures, higher humidity in this area of yellow, along with some showers today. As we move into Wednesday, we will see winds decrease across the Great Basin. We will still have some gusty winds, especially over southern Utah and the Arizona Strip. However, they won't be quite as strong as what we'll see today. Further north, those cooler temperatures and showers will continue across Idaho, and then on Thursday, those showers will move into northern and eastern Utah. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen a good amount of lightning over the eastern portions of the Great Basin, over eastern Utah, eastern Idaho and Wyoming, and parts of northern Arizona. We've also seen some showers with this activity. We have seen reports anywhere from a few hundredths up towards a tenth of an inch of rainfall. However, in some of these brighter blues, we have seen a quarter to a third inch of rainfall. So definitely did have some moisture with some of these thunderstorms. Over the last 24 hours, we've seen some new starts across the Great Basin as indicated in the small red circles. We still do have the large basin fire down south in the Arizona Strip, which last reported was over 36,000 acres. Looking at the last 7 days of precipitation, percent of normal, which is the image on the left, shows very dry conditions across the Great Basin in all areas. However, over the last 30 days, we've seen some moisture in southern areas, but really it's the last week that's been very dry across much of the Great Basin. Looking at our current fuel conditions, this is our point ERC map. We don't have all the observations on there quite yet, but the ones that we do show that we are below the 50th to 70th percentile. We do have a couple of drier spots, though, emerging over southern Utah with the recent dry weather. Looking at our current ERC charts, these are back from May 6th, so still about a week ago. We are showing generally near normal conditions across all areas of the Great Basin with respect to ERC. The green line is the data for 2020, and then the gray line is what our normal conditions would be. So again, tracking right around normal. However, some areas of the south are starting to peak up a little above normal. Looking at some of our live fuel moisture data, we have started sampling across the Great Basin. Most of our live sagebrush fuel moisture is either right around normal or even just above normal in some areas. Our satellite loop from today shows the area of low pressure off the northwest coast, pushing plenty of clouds over the northern half of the Great Basin, and out ahead of this area of low pressure is where we're seeing those very strong winds today, especially over southern areas. We will see some showers embedded in some of these clouds over Idaho into northern Nevada and up into Oregon as well. We also see some cooler temperatures and higher relative humidity. Now looking at the weather pattern for later this afternoon, we will continue to see those dry conditions with stronger winds over southern areas of the Great Basin out ahead of the area of low pressure off the northwest coast. Further north, we'll see breezy winds, but also with some clouds, showers, and cooler temperatures. Significant fire potential will be highest in the south. We do have a high risk for wind just due to having the basin fire with those stronger winds and dry conditions. That will certainly have an impact on the ongoing fire down in that area. Also, if we see any new starts, we will see some rapid growth, especially in the fine fuels. Further north, and not really much concern, the grasses are drying out, but the rest of our fuel moistures are relatively high. Looking at the relative humidity for later this afternoon, we will see low relative humidity in the area in orange over the southern half of the Great Basin and a little bit higher as you go further north and west. The wind gust image on the right shows the strongest winds over southern Utah into the Arizona Strip, where we will see wind gusts around 35 or 45 miles per hour. Again, further north, still those gusty winds, but generally in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range, and again with some higher humidity and cooler temperatures. By Wednesday, we will see more moisture move into northern areas of the Great Basin, so a little bit more shower activity for Idaho, along with continued cloud cover and cooler temperatures in the north. This will also push the strongest winds tomorrow a little bit further east and south of the Great Basin, but we will hold on to some gusty winds over far southern Utah tomorrow, but they will not be quite as strong as what we'll see today. So we will continue to see generally low fire potential across the Great Basin and then moderate in the south. Relative humidity on Wednesday still showing dry conditions for the southern half of the Great Basin, not quite as dry further north with those showers moving in. And then again, winds will be breezy across the Great Basin with gusts between about 15 and 25 miles per hour, with the strongest winds in the far south and over southwest Wyoming with gusts right around 30 miles per hour. As we move into Thursday, we will see that area of low pressure swing into northern Idaho. This will continue shower activity across Idaho, Wyoming, and possibly even into northern and northeast Utah on Thursday, with again some showers and isolated thunderstorms. We will see generally low fire potential across the Great Basin with decreasing winds. On Thursday, again, you can see how the relative humidity really increases in the north and remains low in the south, but the wind picture will definitely be improving. We will still see some breezy winds, but gusts generally in the 10 to 20 mile per hour range. The overall forecast amount of precipitation is shown here. You can see the highest amounts are with that area of low pressure moving across the north, so areas of Idaho and Wyoming will get some good showers and thunderstorms here over the next couple of days. As we move into Friday, much quieter conditions across the Great Basin. We will see a weak ridge of high pressure move in, so temperatures will start to increase on Friday with lower relative humidity and still generally low fire potential. However, on Saturday, we have another area of low pressure dropping south off the west coast. This will bring another round of gusty winds. We'll see winds generally pick up over the western half of the Great Basin on Saturday with some clouds moving in as well. However, again, our fuel moistures are on the higher side, so aside from the grasses, we should see generally low fire potential. On Sunday, as that system continues to drop south, winds will get quite a bit stronger. On Sunday and Monday, we could see some pretty strong winds across all areas of the Great Basin, so we will continue to watch that, especially in some of our drier spots of the southern areas. Then on Monday, that area of low pressure drops south, again continuing that dry and windy pattern. The 7-day forecast amount of precipitation from today through next Tuesday is shown here. This is mainly what we'll see here in the next few days. However, as that next system drops down over the weekend, we'll see additional showers develop over parts of Nevada. The 8 to 14-day outlook takes us from May 19th through the 25th, generally showing cooler and wetter conditions to round out the month. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates, and as a reminder, we are issuing this webcast Monday through Friday.